Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. There are two types of people in the precious metals world. There are silver stackers and then there are gold stackers. Not to say that you should buy one or the other, but my name isn't Gold Slayer, right? My name is Silver Slayer. And that's because silver has more potential, more opportunity, and has a unique advantage beyond gold. This video is going to be talking about why silver is a smarter investment than gold. Diversification is definitely key. Gold still has advantages that silver doesn't have. You can fit $100,000 of gold in a shoebox. You cannot do that with silver. So gold does have some advantages. Silver just has a lot more. So this article is talking about how silver outperforms gold most of the time. So not saying that it always does. Gold still has some opportunity. And I just think, in my opinion, I like the majority of my stack to be silver, but still a small percentage of gold. Usually my ratio is every 100 ounces of silver I accumulate 1 ounce of gold. So every 100 ounces accumulate 1 ounce of gold. That's a good ratio for me. It's balanced, and I think that diversification is extremely important for so many reasons, not only from precious metals, from gold to silver, but also silver within itself, whether that's constitutional silver compared to, bullion compared to poured silver. I just made a video about that the other day. You want to have your stack balanced. Balance is key. Patience, balance, and and budgeting are the three most important words in the precious metals world. So let's jump into this video. I want to ask you guys in the comments, do you invest into gold or silver primarily? Most of you guys are probably going to say silver, but if you do invest into just strictly silver, say strictly silver. If you invest into a little bit of both, let me know that. Or if you focus mainly or only on gold, let me know on that too. I would love to know which of you guys diversify, which of you are solely silver stackers in gold. I am thinking about writing a book. I'm actually in the works of trying to network and use my resources and see if someone could publish a silver stacking book. I don't know if I should share the title of the book yet, but just know it has to do with silver. I'm going to be writing a book on silver stacking. If you would buy it, let me know in the comments. I made a post earlier on my channel today. Let me know if you would buy it or if you think it's a cool idea. I definitely think I have enough information in my brain to definitely make a pretty lengthy book. There's so much that I know that I've learned that I would love to share. And I think it would be cool. I don't know if anyone's from the YouTube community that's done that. So I would love to be a first, and I think I could do a great job. So let me know what you think about that. Anyways, so this article goes into saying how silver prices have underperformed gold for most of the time since 2011, right? So while everyone thinks silver stackers are crazy, because even when silver is doing extremely nothing, when gold is doing stuff, we still have strong faith into silver. And now you can see why. Silver stackers are getting the last laugh, because we saw the bigger picture. Annual average gold prices rose more than those of silver every year from 2012 through 2019, with the exception of 2016 when silver hit $21, the July 2016 high of $21. In the first quarter of this year, during this time, many proponents of silver investments have repeatedly suggested this would reverse imminently. This year it has, but only after the price of silver fell to a historically low value relative to that of gold. The gold to silver price ratio rose to around 126 to 1 in the middle of March 2020. Since that, it has fallen to 74 to 1. So average gold and silver returns during select periods. So 2015 to 2019, you can see 20% returns on silver, about 3% of gold. Or actually, no, the gold is the blue, silver is the orange. Sorry, so 20% on gold, 3% silver. In the first half of 2020, you would have got around a 12-13% return on gold, and a negative return on silver means you would have lost money. Looking solely from spot price, not talking about the coins gaining premiums, and obviously. And that's actually a good reason why it is important to diversify into semi-numismatic high premium coins, because if you were solely basing off of spot price, you would have lost money. So that is why it's good to stack bullion for the longer term, but for the short term, you can still make money buying coins like pandas, kookaburras that will appreciate regardless of what spot price does. So I'm actually glad that it shows that. And then you can see July 2020, silver up around 16-17%. Gold is only around 6%. So, if you are looking at the bigger picture, this is only going to go longer for the next 10-20 years. We're not looking at the short term. We're not thinking about selling anyways right now. So this is all irrelevant, right? People try to focus on this stuff and are missing the bigger picture. So in the third week of July 2020, silver prices broke out of the $14 to $20 price range in which they had been caged for most part since the second half of 2014. After breaking out of this long-held range, silver prices raced sharply higher, rising to an intraday high of $29.91 on August 7th, basis the nearby active September COMEX contract. If past performance is any indicator, this could be the start of another sharp run in silver prices. And past performance has been a fairly consistent indicator in illustrating that silver prices outperform gold in a time when gold prices are sharply rising. A gold price rally. As can be seen in the table below, silver prices have outperformed gold almost every time during periods of rising gold prices since gold prices were freed from their dollar peg in 1968. So what they're trying to say is that silver is like gold on steroids. Silver is gold, but to a more exaggerated degree, to a more extreme degree. If gold's going to rise 10%, silver's going to rise 15-20%. If gold's going to drop 15-20%, silver's going to drop 30-40%. It's a more extreme, which also makes it more opportunistic. CPM Group has stated that silver prices outperform gold most of the time when gold prices are rising or are in a bull market. Silver is more volatile. It's a highly more volatile metal because it's a smaller market. We were asked to study the extent to which this was true and or if silver always outperformed gold. The table here shows the data used in the study. So based on this data and its analysis, it can be seen that silver, in fact, almost always, but not always, outperforms gold during a gold bull market. So you can see right here, 1968, 1969, gold, 24%. Silver using same dates for through and peaks, negative 16%. Silver's using silver through peaks, so it's 99%. So you can see all the way down here, especially 1968, 1969, it was negative 16%. Now you can see 118%, and that's present time. And now you can see silver comparative to price performance in periods of rising gold prices. Silver always appreciates more than gold does. Gold's the blue, silver is the gray, and the orange. So not only does silver offer more opportunity, but if history repeats itself, especially with gold reaching all-time highs, silver is really going to break out during this time or in the coming months. So what contributes to silver's outperformance? There are several reasons why silver often lags gold in starting a major upward price move, but then rises faster in percentage terms. One of the most important is that the silver market is significantly smaller than the gold market, like what I was talking about earlier. In 2019, for example, the dollar value of the gold market was around 5.5 times that of silver. So you could see how money coming into silver would affect silver prices to a much greater degree than gold. So given the smaller size of the silver market, it takes less effort for investors to move the price of the metal higher or lower. And that's also why you've seen, people corner the silver markets like the Hunt brothers. You can actually manipulate it if you are a whale or someone who owns a good portion of the market. So silver typically lags and then outperforms gold. it usually follows suit a couple weeks or a couple months afterwards. And when gold is rising, everyone jumps on the gold train, not realizing that silver is going to also rise. It just takes a little longer, it lags and then rises. And then that's when people say they wish they could have bought that silver in the beginning before it appreciated while it was still cheap. Instead, you could have made more money because also silver will go to higher prices than gold's initial bull run, right? It's kind of funny how that happens. Gold starts rising. Everyone's like, oh, gold, gold, gold. That's the way to go. Silver's not doing anything. And if they only knew that, yeah, silver will do something soon, so you better buy it for cheap right now, then they're the ones kicking themselves in the butt afterwards. So what we expect this time. What's going to be different, right? What's going to be different this time than 2011 when silver was $50? From the end of 2019 through 14th of August 2020, the price of silver was up 46% basis near the active COMEX contract. Almost all of these gains have occurred since the 20th of July 2020. Silver prices were only up 10% between the end of July 2019 and the 17th of July. So silver price had been up 54% on a settlement price basis on the 10th of August from the end of 2019. So is silver playing catch up or is it outperforming gold? That's the really this question is the meat and potatoes, because if it's still playing catch up, then we could see higher prices. If it's outperforming gold, we could still see higher prices, but it definitely depends on which one of these two options it is. After years of underperformance relative to gold reflected in sharp increase in the gold to silver ratio, the price of silver is now playing catch up with gold. The ratio has slipped lower, but is still at historical elevated levels. A high gold to silver ratio either means one of two things. Gold is overappreciated or silver is underappreciated. Gold is overvalued, silver is undervalued. That's why you want to buy the undervalued thing. You don't want to buy gold while it's already the most expensive it's ever been. You want to buy silver while it still is undervalued. Buy it, hold it, wait till the gold to silver ratio lowers back to more average levels. Then you can sell it, trade it for gold. So how sustainable is the strength? This is going to go into a lot of the monetary, things, going into everything from Brexit, the election, deteriorating U.S.-China relations, the pandemic. It's going into a lot of that. It's going to go into a lot of industrial uses for silver. All of this I'm kind of just summarizing because the video is kind of getting lengthy, but I'll answer the rest of these questions. Where do the two metals, metals fundamental factor in? Well, gold is more of a metal for coinage, bars, jewelry. Silver is more of an industrial metal using in a lot of the things we use on a worldwide basis, since silver is the most conductive metal for thermal conductivity and electricity. So when the economy's in bad shape, gold and silver do good. When the economy's in good shape, silver does good, but gold doesn't, because gold isn't used really that much in technology. I mean, there's a little bit, but not to anywhere near the extent silver is. So you really want to understand this, because people can buy gold and that could suit their interests and their needs and their strategy better than silver would. Especially if you're a big baller and you're really spending a lot of money, silver just would be too inconvenient having to store that much silver. Like I said, you could fit $100,000 of gold in a shoebox. So if you're investing hundreds of thousands of dollars, gold would be much more convenient than having silver. And where would you put all that silver, right? Especially if you're trying to be discreet about it. So it definitely does depend upon the individual. I just think there's more opportunity in silver. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'd love to hear what you think. Let me know what, if you are stacking both, if you solely, focus on silver or gold. I would also love to know why. What is your perspective behind it? I've shared mine. I would love to hear yours as well. Thank you for tuning in. The link to this article will be in the description. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.